You know the deal. We're taught to trade our time for money, but then we end up spending that money on stuff that takes up even more of our time. It's this endless cycle. But what if we've been looking at wealth all wrong? Today, we're going to break down how to stop buying things and start buying back your freedom.
I mean, this quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? This isn't about rejecting success, not at all. It's about redefining it. We're going to challenge this idea that wealth is all about the flashy stuff, and instead, we're going to focus on what's actually priceless, having control over your own time.
Ah, man, it's that feeling, isn't it? Your eyes stamp open just a few minutes before the alarm, and you're already tired. You're making more money than you ever have before, but somehow the financial stress is higher than ever, too. If this feels a little too real, it's because this is an incredibly common struggle. Well, that feeling? It has a name. It's called the salary trap. And honestly, just understanding what it is, that's the very first step to getting out of it. Okay, so this is the key. The trap isn't just about money, it's a whole system. It's designed to lure you in with a bigger salary, which then leads to a more expensive lifestyle. And of course, that lifestyle makes you completely dependent on that exact salary. All of a sudden, you're running as fast as you can on a treadmill just to stay in the exact same spot. Let's make this real. Meet Sarah. She earns $85,000 a year. That actually puts her in the top 20% of earners in the country. So on paper, she's killing it. But this is where the picture starts to change. Before Sarah even sees a dime, 40% of her paycheck is just gone. Taxes, deductions, poof. Then comes rent for that nice apartment, the car payment, and all those little subscriptions that really start to add up. And what's left? Well, you can see it right there. That tiny, almost invisible little sliver. And there it is, the trap in action. After paying for all the necessities of her successful lifestyle, our high earner Sarah has less than $50 of flexible cash every 2 weeks. She has the income, sure, but she has absolutely zero financial wiggle room. This right here is what you call the illusion of prosperity. Sarah looks successful, right? She's got the nice car, the nice apartment, but those are just symbols that are hiding the financial reality. The truth is, she's trapped. She's living paycheck to paycheck, just on a much bigger, more expensive scale. So this brings us to a really crucial idea. The trap isn't just about the number on your paycheck, it's about your mindset. Let's compare two people earning the exact same salary, but living in completely different financial worlds. Okay, so on the left, you've got poor Peter. Every single time he gets a raise, his spending shoots right up to meet it, or, even goes beyond it. But over on the right, Rich Richard keeps his core lifestyle the same. And that one single decision, to not immediately upgrade everything with every pay bump, it creates what's called a financial gap. And inside that gap, that's where freedom is born. Poor Peter. He's basically living in a pair of golden handcuffs. Yeah, he has a good job, but he can't leave it. He can't take a risk on a new venture. He can't really negotiate hard for what he wants because he needs that specific paycheck to keep paying for the life he's built. Rich Richard, on the other hand, he's developed what you might call lifestyle inflation immunity. It sounds fancy, but it's a really simple idea, and it's so powerful. By just resisting that constant urge to inflate his lifestyle, he is consciously choosing his own freedom over keeping up appearances. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now what? What's the prescription? Well, it's a pretty radical rethinking of what true luxury really is. So Peter is living in what you could call a comfortable prison. His calendar is jammed, his expenses are maxed out, and his actual freedom is pretty much zero. Richard, though, he has cultivated breathing room. That financial buffer he built gives him the ultimate luxury, white space on his calendar, and the actual power to choose how he spends his time. And this is really the fundamental shift in thinking. Every dollar you spend is a choice. You can trade it for a temporary thing, something that will break or go out of style, or you can use it to buy back a piece of the only truly non-renewable resource you have, your time. Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? So let's get into the practical, step-by-step treatment plan for reclaiming your time. Look at this. This example shows the transaction perfectly. You're completely flipping the script. Instead of trading your time for money, you start trading your money for your time. That $150 doesn't just buy you a clean apartment. It literally buys back 3 hours of your life. That's 3 hours you can spend with your family, on a passion project, or honestly just resting. Okay, but what about long-term freedom? Well, that comes from owning assets. Now, don't let that word scare you. I love this metaphor because it makes it so simple. Buying a stock isn't some abstract gamble. You are literally buying a tiny, real piece of a business, like a slice of a giant cake that goes to work for you. You can think of these assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever, as your own tiny employees. I love this idea. They never call in sick. They don't take vacations. They are out there 24/7, working to earn money, build your future, and systematically buy your freedom back piece by piece so that you don't have to trade your hours forever. Now, the tactics, the how-tos, they're all important. But the real long-term cure isn't just a financial strategy. It's a deep, fundamental shift in how you see yourself and your relationship with money. Okay, this is such a critical difference. Just listen to the language. I can't afford that. That's the language of a victim. It implies you're powerless. But that's not a priority for me. That is the language of an owner. It's an active choice. It means you are in control. You are deciding where your resources go. And the tool that gives you the power to actually live with this ownership mindset It's your financial buffer. Just having 3 to 6 months of your expenses saved up in the bank changes everything, psychologically. It gives you the power to say no to a project you hate. It gives you the leverage to negotiate a better salary. You stop being a guaranteed revenue stream for someone else, and you start being the CEO of your own life. So, as we wrap this up, it really all comes down to this one question. It's not about what cool thing you'll buy next. It's about what you'll buy back. Will it be an hour of your weekend, the mental space to finally think clearly, the ability to walk away from a job you don't love? What is the very first piece of freedom you are going to buy back?